Agile Testing Overview. Agile testing is a software testing practice that follows the principles of Agile software development. This involves all members of the project team, with special expertise contributed by testers. Testing is not a separate phase and is interwoven with all the development phases such as requirements, design and coding and test case generation. Agile is an iterative development methodology, where both development and testing activities are concurrent. Testing is not a separate phase. Coding and testing are done interactively and incrementally, resulting in quality end product, which meets customer requirements. Further, continuous integration results in early defect removal and hence time, effort and cost savings. This involves testing as early as possible in the software development lifecycle. It demands high customer involvement and testing code as soon as it becomes available. The code should be stable enough to take it to system testing. Extensive regression testing can be done to make sure that the bugs are fixed and tested. Mainly, communication between the teams makes Agile testing success. This requires a higher level of collaboration between testers and developers. Agile testers have to list out and provide the developers team with the corrective feedback during the continuation cycle. Simplifying it, this is an ongoing integration between Agile development and testing approaches to acquire the results. Due to the more benefits of Agile development and testing, the development and testing industry has quite a bit of demand for Agile testers. 1. What is Agile testing? A software testing practice that follows the principles of Agile software development is called Agile testing. Agile is an iterative development methodology, where requirements evolve through collaboration between the customer and self-organizing teams, and Agile aligns development with customer needs. This is all about changes and making differences in the requirements even in the future with later on better development phases. It is very important to understand the basics of Agile methodology. The main objective of Agile testing is to deliver the product with minimal functionalities to the client itself. 2. What are the advantages of Agile? Quick and continuous delivery of most client-satisfying products, means which saves time and money. Constant interaction between testers, developers and customers, thus resulting in a thorough process, which will reduce the documentation process. Working software is delivered as a result with continuous attention to design and technical excellence. Continuous adaptation to the framework changes required by the client. Daily meetings can help to determine the issues well in advance. 3. What are the principles of Agile testing? Testing is not a phase. Team tests continuously, and continuous testing is the only way to ensure continuous progress. Testing moves the project forward. When following conventional methods, testing is considered as quality gate, but Agile testing provides feedback on an ongoing basis and the product meets the business demands. Everyone tests. In conventional SDLC, only test team tests, while in Agile including developers and BAs test the application. Shortening feedback response time. In conventional SDLC, only during the acceptance testing, the business team will get to know the product development, while in Agile for each and every iteration, they are involved, and continuous feedback shortens the feedback response time, and cost involved in fixing is also less. Clean code. Raised defects are fixed within the same iteration and thereby keeping the code clean. Reduce test documentation. Instead of very lengthy documentation, Agile testers use reusable checklists, focus on the essence of the test rather than the incidental details. Test-driven. In conventional methods, testing is performed after implementation, while in Agile testing, testing is done while implementation. 4. What are the key characteristics of Agile testing methods? There are a few crucial characteristics of Agile testing methods. To ensure tests are done over every symbol and even the smallest unit of code that is being developed. to create a result-oriented testing process that advantages the management and technical aspects of the project. Utilize agile methods of testing over units of code to match the complex requirements at every stage of the development. 5. What are the changes that an agile development team has to accept along with the testing process? Team has to be adaptive in this case to ensure the successful implementation of the agile method of testing for the project. With a massive development concept, developers have to break it up to facilitate periodic testing. Frequent builds and version for developers due to short iterations of test cycles. Sudden changes will be required which may create complex situations for the development team. Cautious integration of smaller unit pieces to support the significant integration test which may come later. 6. What are the best practices in agile testing? Automated unit tests. Test-driven development. Automated regression tests. Exploratory testing. 7. How could be the agile testing is helpful? Using agile testing, the developers will have higher control over the code or design that is under development due to the implementation of an incremental and iterative development phase in the project. This will also promote a confident mindset among the team members. The small unit development process also brings the required modularity to the product and making it more reusable. 8. What are the agile testing levels? There are a few testing levels that can be used in agile. Unit, integration, system and acceptance. 9. What is agile testing example? Agile testing is a software testing that follows the best practices of agile development. For example, agile development takes an incremental approach to design. Similarly, agile testing includes an incremental approach to testing. In this type of software testing, features are tested as they are developed. 10. What is refactoring and explain its importance in agile testing? Refactoring is a process of improving the internal structure of the source code of the program while not disturbing any external structure. Refactoring doesn't mean fixing bug and rewriting code. In the context of agile, it defines the difference between meeting or not meeting. 11. Explain the difference between Agile and Scrum. Agile is a method of continuous iteration of SDLC process testing and development. It fosters teamwork and face-to-face transmission of thoughts. It is highly flexible and reacts quickly for any change that has been observed. Scrum. It processes the value of the business and delivers it in the shortest possible time. It sets a defined goal and focuses more on iterative work, teamwork and accountability. It works on a rigid method. So, it doesn't leave any room for any sudden change. In other words, Agile is a continuous iteration of development and testing in the software development process, whereas Scrum is an agile process to focus on delivering the business value in the shortest time. Agile methodology delivers the software on a regular basis for feedback, while Scrum delivers the software after each sprint. In the Agile process, leadership plays a vital role. On the other hand, Scrum fosters a self-organizing, cross-functional team. Agile involves collaborations and face-to-face interactions between the members of various cross-functional teams, whereas Scrum collaboration is achieved in daily stand-up meetings. In Agile, process design and execution should be kept simple, whereas in Scrum, process design and execution can be innovative and experimental. 12. What are the 12 principles of Agile methodology? Satisfy the customer. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Welcome change. Welcome changing requirements, even late in development. Deliver frequently. Work together. Build projects. Face-to-face time. Measure of progress. Sustainable development. Continuous attention. Keep it simple. Organize teams. Reflect for effectiveness. 13. Mention few differences between Agile and conventional methodologies. Agile promotes incremental methodology, whereas sequential methods are used by conventional techniques. Agile focuses on a complete group associated with the project and the required interaction in between them, compared to which, other ways only emphasize processes and tools. Agile focuses on an end product which must be best to the functions but without documentation priority. The conventional methods work opposite it. Agile methods include clients as an integral part of the whole project development, whereas this may not be a case for other methodologies. 14. Differentiate user stories, tasks and epic. Tasks are created by the development team to accomplish the business requirements, whereas the user stories define the actual business requirement and are usually created by the business owner. A group of user stories will be called as an epic. 15. What is the test plan for Agile testing? Unlike the waterfall model, in an Agile model, a test plan is written and updated for every release. The Agile test plan includes types of testing done in that iteration like test data requirements, infrastructure, test environments and test results. Typical test plans in Agile includes below. Testing scope. New functionalities which are being tested. Level or types of testing based on the feature's complexity. Load and performance testing. Infrastructure consideration. Mitigation or risk plan. Resourcing. Deliverables and milestones. 16. How would you explain the term spike? Spikes are created to resolve technical issues and design problems of the project with the utmost priority. There are two types of spikes, technical and functional. 17. What is test-driven development, TDD? The test-driven development is a test-first development technique which is used to add a test before the complete production code could be written. The test will be run based on the result refactor the code to complete the test requirements. 18. What is Scrumban? Scrumban is a software development model, a combination of Kanban and Scrum. It is considered for maintenance projects that require changes or wonderful user stories. The minimum completion time can be reduced with the use of Scrumban. 19. What are the Agile testing activities? The testing activities are as follows. Contributing to user stories based on the expected behavior of the system depicted as test cases. Release planning based on test effort and defects. Sprint planning based on user stories and defects. Sprint execution with continuous testing. Regression testing after the completion of sprint. Reporting test results. Automation testing. 20. Explain the Agile testing life cycle. The Agile testing life cycle is as follows. Iteration 1. This identifies, prioritize the potential project and consider its feasibility. Iteration 0. Warm up, project initialization and initial input formalities, and the emphasis are on building a unit. Construction iterations, active client participation in determining the expected output and requirements. Release, start of production, final system testing and end-user training. Production, operation, support and identification of system defects. Retirement, complete system removal from production and user migration.